If your life were a book, what would the title be?
Unfinished.
And then I thought about it and I was like, that's a really good title. Writing a book in general is one of the most challenging things ever. But writing one about your own life requires so much introspection. I had to call family members to corroborate my memories. It was really funny. Many of my stories were absolutely inaccurate. It was cathartic. It was during the pandemic, so it gave me something to really, really focus on. It felt relieving. I forgave myself for a lot of things that I didn't forgive myself for when I was writing the book. And it was very exciting at the end when I was done. I was like, phew, not for a while.
The world, when you fail, will kick you even more because that's the nature of the human being.
Yeah.
That जो नीचे होता है हम उसी को kick करते हैं, जो छोटा होता है उसी को kick करते हैं और मारो उसको. वो हमारा nature ही है as people. But it's at that time when you are at the bottom, when you are alone, isolated and you're kicking, can you find your value at that time?
Yeah.
Even when you're down in the bottom, you have to pick yourself up. You have to, even if it hurts, stand up because God has given us this amazing thing called life. And it is not to be wasted, it is not to be taken for granted, and it is not to live in sorrow and, wallow in self-pity.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who ever does that. I will wallow for a few days. I'll eat lots of food, I overeat when I'm emotional or I'm sad,
Yeah.
but I come out of it.
Sure.
And I come out of it apne balboote pe. No. When I was 17, actually when I was 18, I just turned 18, I won the Miss World pageant. Apparently, my mother-in-law was like, I remember watching you when you won. And I was like, I was in London, this is 2000. They were, I think, they were in Texas. And I was like, there's no way. And she was like, I remember it so clearly because it was November. Nick was on some Broadway show at 7 years old. His brother was on some Broadway show at 8 or 9. And she said, I remember this clearly because my father-in-law loves watching pageants. And I remember, was watching it, and Nick came and sat down and watched you, which is unfathomable. Like, that was 22 years ago or something. He was 7, I was 17. And he was sitting there, and he was watching. Isn't that, it was so weird. And I was like, I don't know.
It felt like a destiny. Like,
I gotta show photos from your wedding, because look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
That's the Hindu
It
ceremony.
almost looks fake. It's unbelievable.
He looks like such a prince.
He really does.
I mean, he really rocked that turban. It's hard to rock a turban with a feather.
With the feather as well. Did you always know you were going to get married in India?
No, actually, I wanted to get married in some private island away from everything. And we were like really stressed out about it because we thought Seychelles, Maldives, Mauritius, whatever. And nothing was working out. How will we fly everyone? Logistics. And this was in Mumbai. And Nick just said, why aren't we doing this in India? Shouldn't I be taking my bride from her home?
Wow.
And when he said that, I was like, oh, well, it is just, I mean, in India, it becomes like a thing then,
It's a giant deal.
Because I know.
You said something else that I really loved. You said, I don't like to sit in the shit.
I don't. It stinks. Think about it. You sit in the shit, it'll stink. You'll stink. Why sit in it? Go have a shower, get out of here.
What do you do? Practically, what do you do to not sit in the shit?
Lots of tissue paper. Wow, this conversation pivoted. I picked a really solid metaphor, huh? I think that what I meant by that was that, life throws stuff at you. And there are times when everything feels like you're never going to be able to get out of it. Like it's quicksand. Every day you're being pulled down, or every moment you can't even see a sliver of hope. And we've all been through phases of our lives.
Here's a hard question.
Oh boy.
Is he the best singer in the group?
Yes.
Telling the truth.
He has a cameo in your film Love Again. Do you think he's a decent actor?
Yes.
That's a lie.
I think he's an excellent actor.
Lie again.
I think he's a phenomenal actor.
Like, lie.
I just keep lying about his acting.
Did you need to give him some acting lessons?
That day I didn't. Maybe if we do it again. I do have